Welcome back to Our Lives Aren't That Interesting, a podcast for people who feel like they're not worth mentioning. Spoilers, you are, and the world is better with you in it. I am your host, Beks, they, he, and today we're going to be talking about how do you deal with a situation where you are very much not loved in the moment, especially when you can't leave right away. So without further ado, here's the episode.
The main message we hope you get from these is that you're loved, you're never alone. And there's no place where you need to know you're loved, like when you're in a situation when you're not.
Right.
So, I'm going to have Elizabeth tell about a situation. We were at a church early in our ministry together, in our marriage together. Mm-hmm. And how they said hello.
So we moved to the church in June. And most of the time when you move to a new church, there's some sort of little welcome party, reception, shake hands with the new pastor kind of thing. Nothing. For a week, 2 weeks, several months. And finally we got to October and we got an invitation to our welcome party. June.
Do you remember what they called it?
They called it a pound party.
Because
we're going to pound you as a welcome.
Which did not feel all that welcoming.
I was very worried.
You didn't know that? We didn't tell you that?
It was concerned. A pound party.
Pound party.
So
what is that?
We'll get to that.
Suspense. You didn't know this was going to be suspenseful. When did they put the soap in the pillowcase and beat you with it?
We'll explain the pound party first, and then we'll get back to the story because I think we need to do some vocabulary here. So, evidently, a pound party is where the guest of honor receives gifts that all weigh a pound.
Oh gosh!
So, a pound of toilet paper, a pound of toothpicks,
We had toothpicks from that pound party through our first 3 moves. It's great.
So yes, every gift had to weigh a pound.
Yes. They need a different name.
But pound party, yes.
But it's a little intimidating walking into this, not knowing what is a pound party that we're going to 3-4 months after arriving. Mm-hmm. So we get there. We literally just walked in the door. Hadn't even taken our coats off yet. Barely across the threshold. And one of the people from our church at that point looks at us and says, I bet you wondered why we waited so long to have this party.
Yeah?
Yeah? A little bit? We wanted to wait till we knew we were going to like you and keep you before we had this party. Now, guest of honor, we can't just turn around and leave. So we're like, okay.
Wow.
How do you handle that and enjoy the pound party that you're about to experience now that you know how people actually feel?
So, and how they felt was, okay, we're glad you're here, sort of. Sort of.
Right?
And this was the same person trying to figure out how to tell this while protecting the guilty from... She's dead. So, sorry, that was a little crass.
We have a very everyday relationship with death in this household.
Literally.
We'll find out very quickly.
I'm 2 weeks into the new year, and I've had 5 deaths I've dealt with this year. I'm ready for a nap, which is why I'm caffeinated instead.
So, back to the story.
Anyway. What was I saying? Oh, this is the same person who we're 3 months in, all of July, August, September, and a half, a little more than a half, 3.5 months in. And she helps lead worship. Now, don't know if you've ever been to worship. It's a very, it's focused on, we'll say, God, should be. And it should be something that helps lift people up, right? It helps encourage people. Mm-hmm. And this was a person who often in their leadership would cuss. And for that context, it wasn't appropriate. Mm-hmm. But she would also, as we're doing our prayer concerns today, I want to tell you about Betty and what Betty's hemorrhoids are doing. I mean, it was like, oh God, I don't need to know about Betty's hemorrhoids. And she would tell, and this is why very shortly I went to, all of our prayer concerns are going to be written down and given to me. Thank you. I would like you to pray for my Aunt Ethel because Aunt Ethel's, grandson's got it. And the day I stopped it was when the grandson had gotten tested for AIDS. And I was like, oh, dude.
Yeah, we don't.
Oh, dude.
You don't put that up.
This is so. But this is the character person we're working with who says we decided to wait to give you this gift until we knew if we wanted to keep you. And I looked at her and I said, well, thank you. So there are times in your life where the people you're with, they do not love you the way you deserve to be loved.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And in that moment,
sometimes you can't just run away and leave either.
Right.
You might be stuck in the situation for a while, and now, how do I deal with this?
How do I navigate this? And you cannot do a reverse pound party and get a bar of soap in a pillowcase and pound them. That is not appropriate. That will lead to felony charges.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
So, what we do very often in these cases is we recognize, one, this person doesn't deserve to see all of who I am.
Right.
And so everybody has walls, right, that you put up to defend yourself. Mm-hmm. And so having a wall is, let's be honest, those walls you put up for a reason. Because there's people in your life who do not deserve access to you. Mm-hmm. And so it's okay to hold people out to this extent, as long as it's not everybody. Mm-hmm. Because one of the things that we learned early on is the distance to which we hold other people is indicative of the distance with which we hold God. And all people, right?
Yeah, and everybody else.
There are some people who do not deserve to see you.
Yeah.
And so when they say we decided we were going to wait to give you this until we decided if we wanted to keep you, and you go, thank you. And you have this face on because you are seeing nothing of my real emotions. I don't need an emotion filter. I am the emotion filter. Right. I am sitting here looking at you, and behind my eyes that are saying thank you, I am saying, well, you need a headosectomy. We'll talk about what that is in a later episode. So.
Yes.
So,
anyway.
We're not going to define that one right now.
No! Suspense! Suspense! It helps drive viewership. So,
making that definition of
I think we might.
No! We're holding that one.
This was a word that myself and a friend of mine, who's also clergy spouse, made up together when we tried to talk about people who are just so frustrating. Because it feels like their head is so far up their ass that they need it surgically removed.
Thus.
To get everything. So it's a headosectomy.
There you go. Free gift for you.
There you go.
We are expanding
free vocabulary.
We're expanding your vocabulary.
This is an vocabulary lesson.
Clergy spouse vocabulary lesson.
These are the words we use behind closed doors.
Don't you feel welcomed into the intimacy of our life? So, yeah. But when you're dealing with somebody like that, you deserve to be loved better than they are loving you. And at that moment, you can get angry at them, you can get bitter, or you can recognize they've probably been through some stuff. They've got some mileage on their soul. And those tires are like not real lot of tread left in their life. And you can get curious and wonder why they're that way, which is sort of fun. It's better than getting angry. But even if you're curious and you figure out why they're that way, doesn't mean they deserve to see who you are. Mm-mm. And so what's dangerous is when those walls begin to suffocate you.
Right. Because when it becomes just like the blanket, this is the way that you approach everybody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so you deserve to be loved.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But if you hold everybody out to that distance,
it'll be hard to get that.
It's hard to get what you need and what you deserve. Mm-hmm. And so there are people that we learned early on that we just This is what they see.
Smile.
And we love them. We meet them where they're at.
Right.
But not everybody deserves access to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
So. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. If you want access to the blooper reels, because there are plenty, and more healing stories, you can subscribe to Roguish Goblin Stories at beksrowan.org/RGS. And leave a comment. Share RGS with a friend that you know could use a laugh or a virtual hug. Thanks so much for listening. Remember, you're loved. You're not alone. See you next time.